Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2008 Toyota Camry Solara, which is the sports car of the Toyota Camry. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, it's meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. Here we go. Alright, so like I said, it's a sports car. It is a convertible. It is pretty, but it does have a couple little rough spots, and I'll kind of show you as we go, and then we'll take it for a drive. So obviously you can see it's got some rust on the wheel wells. Personally, with a car this pretty, I would get that fixed up. Just, you know, I'd even put some red paint on it or something, but I get it fixed up. It is there. It's the Midwest. You kind of get that. Tires are probably about 50% on the back and probably about 35 or 40% on the front. But otherwise, other than the rust on the wheel wells, it does look pretty decent. And this side is not nearly as bad. The other part, you can see the top is pretty rough. It rained yesterday and there was no water inside the car, so the top is still leak-proof or waterproof, but you can see that there's just some rough spots where it's ripped. It's been out in the sun, so it's a little bit rough. If you're kind of handy, you could do something and I don't know. I think that if it were my car, I'd just do something fun and I'd put like different patches on there, like from Walmart, and get like flower patches and all that kind of stuff, because it doesn't go through the actual solid part of the top. It's just the canvas part. And so there's no actual, it's still protecting the car. It's just on the outside, it looks a little bit rough. So if you're kind of creative like me, you could do something fun and you could turn it into like a 70s hippie mobile and put patches all over the top and make it cool. Otherwise, you know, you can always get a new top, or you can get it new reupholstered or something like that. Or you can just drive it the way it is because it's still waterproof. So on the inside, you've got tan leather. Driver's seat is a little bit ripped up. But other than that, it looks okay. There's not a whole lot of room in the back seat, but you could shove somebody small back there. Okay. I don't think we looked at the hood, under the hood, which means that if I go driving, that's going to pop up on me. So we'll take a look at here, under here. And I do know the hood does not stay up on its own. It's got one strut. I don't think it's supposed to have two. I think it's only supposed to have one. But the strut is just weak, and so it just needs a new strut. Those are less than 20 bucks on Amazon. But so it doesn't stay up on its own. Well, the motor sounds good. It seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, and this one, I will put the top down just to show you that it goes down. But whew. Okay, radio. You can hear that the radio works. I'm going to turn that off. I've got the air conditioner on. I'm going to turn the fan up. Air conditioning works. We do have heated seats. If the lights come on, I'm not really going to test them and make sure that they work because it is hot outside. So I'm not really going to mess with that very much. Let's see, what else? Let's do our windows. Driver's side window works. And then the back windows, they work too, and you'll see that those go down. Passenger side window. Let's see, it does work, but apparently it doesn't work from my, well, I knew it was down yesterday, so let's see, the switches might not work, but there was, let's see, okay, so here's this button though, that puts all the windows down, and so all the windows work, but there must just be some issue with these switches, and I don't know what the issue is. So we're gonna pop this top. And you can see this is a little bit rough too. Like, I think it's probably just sun damage would be my guess. Like somebody they had the top off and they just left it outside. But even, you can see in here, even the interior, whoops, sorry, the horn works. Even the interior looks pretty decent. It's a little bit loose back there by the window. But you can see that this is solid. So that's really the main part. Okay, let's open the top. Okay, I can't do it with one hand. Make sure. Oh, nope, I'm still hooked. Okay, let's close the top. Sorry, the video's probably going all nuts. Gotta get unhooked. Okay, we'll pause this for just a second. Hold on. All right, so this hook just wants to kind of stick a little bit right here. That one just wants to stick a little bit, but you can see the top. It is opening. It works just the way it's supposed to, and we're gonna go for a drive with the top down and the air conditioning on, because that's how I roll. All right, so my seatbelt on. We've got 192,000 miles on the car. Looks like the oil change is due at 194, so it's been maintained. That tire pressure light is on. I did all the tire pressures yesterday, so that's probably just a sensor thing. I imagine that it's just going to be on. So now we're going to go put it in drive and go see how this thing does on the road. Belt sounds like it's a little bit squeaky. We'll see if that cleans up some, but otherwise just might need a new belt or something. Exhaust is a little bit louder. I'm sure you can hear that on the video. That belt cleaned up, so it sounds just like when it's first starting. You know, it might need a new belt. It might just need to be run a little bit more. When we buy them at auction, we really never know, you know, if they've been driven for the last 20,000 miles, or if they've been sitting for, you know, 6 months or what. So all I know right now is I drove this to the gas station yesterday, and I'm driving it now. So the belt is a little bit noisy today, and it comes out of it and clears right up. But other than that, it's got good power. It's driving smooth. I don't hear any suspension noise. Let's do our turn signals. Left turn signal works. Right turn signal works. I've got the cruise on and it works. This thing is driving very well. And this was traded into a Toyota dealer, which is, it's always good. It's one of those little things that that Matt looks at when you buy Toyotas from Toyota dealers. Typically you're buying from people who are loyal owners. When you buy Chevys from Chevy dealers, Fords from Ford dealers, that kind of thing, you're buying from people who just trade up to another Toyota, another Ford, or another Chevy, and they're trading up in the same family, and they're loyal to a brand. And typically when you're loyal to a brand like that, when you're buying new, when you're trading it at a new car dealership, typically your cars are in better condition. And I don't know why. That's just one of those things that Matt and I have seen over the years, that is typically that way. So it seems like it's been taken care of. Toyotas usually last a whole lot longer than domestic cars. You know, again, everything is with proper maintenance, so you have to take care of it. But Toyotas just have a really good name. So it's got 192,000 miles. While that might be, you know, borderline high on a Ford or a Chevy, 192,000 miles on a Toyota or Honda is still just getting started. So that's just those little things that we look at. But it's driving well, and injected brakes. Brakes are good and solid. No grinding, no vibration, no pulling. This car's driving very well. Everything seems to work. It's a little bit rough on the body, a little bit rough on the top. But other than that, and you've got a tire pressure sensor on, other than that, it seems to be a really good driving car. Like I said, it's backed by the reliable name of Toyota. So if you have any questions, my cell phone is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.